Welcome into Upperman High School in Baxter, Tennessee, the site of the regular season finale in District 7 AAA. And it's a doubleheader on tap between visiting Cumberland County and hosting Upperman. I'm Noah McKay on the call here on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network, live on the main UCR YouTube channel tonight and across the NFHS network. Tonight's broadcast presented by our friends at Gentry's Power Equipment. We welcome you in to the Crouch team with Hans Lake Real Estate pregame show. I'm Noah McKay on the call. My Valentine, the lovely Madison McKay, producing things for us this evening. Happy to be along with you. It is a big one in the district tonight. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. First for the visitors, the Cumberland County Lady Jets and their head coach Randy Herring with a record of 15-11. They are 6-3 in District 7 AAA. They are tied for second in the district with their opponents tonight. The Upperman Lady Bees with a record of 22-6. They are also 6-3, tied for second in the district. You can do the math. The winner tonight clinches a first-round bye in next week's district tournament. The loser could fall to the 3 seed or even potentially the 4 seed. Cumberland County can't finish anything worse than third. Upperman with a loss tonight and a win by Livingston Academy over White County. That's over on the main UCR Facebook page. The Lady Bees would fall all the way to the 4th spot in the district tournament. A lot on the line tonight as these two teams go at it. It is a rematch. The first meeting a few weeks ago in Crossville. A victory for the Lady Bees on January 24th, 48-34. Ella Harrell had 15 points in that game. The Lady Bees have won 9 straight games against the Cumberland County Lady Jets. CC on the road looking to change the tide and clinch the 2 seed. Upperman looking to bounce back after a hard-fought loss to Sparta on Tuesday. All the action when we come back, just moments away from tip-off. When we return, we'll have the tee-up starting lineups and all the action. This is high school basketball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Basketball on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR. Discover this stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145.
How many letters?
5 letters.
Just think about, what am I doing right now?
Smile. Smile?
Uh-huh.
This is so easy.
Aminette's Eagle Auction and Realty is proud to present this 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom home in Livingston, located on nearly an acre, featuring 1,385 square feet and a fully finished basement. Don't miss your opportunity to bid. This auction also includes furniture, kitchenware, household items, and more. You can bid on this property at eagleauctions.com or call 931-526-5335 for more information. Bidding in this online-only auction ends on Thursday, February 20th at 10 a.m. Eminette's Eagle Auction and Livingston Regional Hospital is
The Real Estate Collective Sparta team consists of dedicated real estate professionals passionate about helping individuals and families achieve their real estate goals in their home of Sparta. Rico Sparta are your trusted hometown realtors. Focused on people over profits, Rico Sparta can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-837-8371 or visit them online at letsgorico.com. Rico Sparta is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in, Visit them online at teeupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. It's time for the Tee Up starting lineups tonight in Baxter. First for the visiting Cumberland County Lady Jets under head coach Randy Herring in his first season at the helm in Crossville. The Lady Jets with a 15-11 overall record. They are 6-3 in District 7 AAA. Starting tonight for the Cumberland County Lady Jets, number 11, Lexi Carroll. Number 15, Aaliyah Hawkins. Number 23, Sydney Wilhite. Number 24, Cadence Wilson. And number 33, Carly Colleen. Starting tonight for the Upperman Lady Bees under head coach Dana McWilliams with a record of 22 victories and 6 losses. They are 6-3 in District 7 AAA. The Lady Bees, the number 6 ranked team in the state of Tennessee in the latest Tennessee Sports Writers Association poll, and the number 4 ranked team in the UC Top 5. It's senior night tonight, so all seniors in the starting lineup for Coach McWilliams in her 31st season. Starting with the Lady Bees, number 1, Cora Bass. Number 20, Sierra Nash. Number 35, Auburn Johnson. Number 41, Ava May Allen. And number 50, Ella Harrell. As is tradition on senior night, the seniors get the starting nod, the majority of which have been in the rotation this year for Upperman, but it is a new look starting 5. And it is always the question of, will they play with their hair on fire, or will that allow Cumberland County to get a little bit of early momentum? Winner of tonight's game gets the 2 seed. They will await the winner of the 3-6 matchup next week in the district tournament, which will be held at Cumberland County High School. So the Lady Jets get to go home for the district and region tournaments. The loser will be the 3 or the 4, depending on what happens tonight. Across our network, 3 games to choose from, all with district implications. Over on the main page, it's a 7 AAA matchup in Hogeye Country as Sparta takes on Livingston Academy. And over on UCR2 tonight, it is Cookeville hosting Stewart's Creek. Each of those games is for the 2 seed in that 4A district. Casey and Jack have all the action from Livingston. Jacob has your call from Cookeville. Lady Bees on Valentine's Day in their pink out jerseys. Cumberland County in the very sweet powder blues. Lead official walks in. Throws it up. Let's get it on one more time in the regular season as Upperman controls the tip and Cora Bass across the timeline. Bass flips back to Auburn Johnson. Johnson sends over to Bass. Bass finds Ava May Allen. Allen puts it on the deck. Cumberland County in a zone defense. They have really changed it up this year as they try to get it into Harrell. Carroll was there to disrupt, and it's a turnover. Ella Harrell with 15 points in the first meeting. Now quickly ahead across the timeline. Carroll flips. And now to the left side for Aaliyah Hawkins. Into the low block, trying to work is Colleen. Bounces out, now they work it around the world. Hawkins with it. Near that center court logo here. Sends to Cadence Wilson. Wilson back left side for Carroll. Carroll works and now flips to Hawkins. Hawkins drives and kicks back. Now a drive into the lane. Step through for Lexi Carroll. Her shot won't go. Rebound tipped around. Wilson has it. Then flips it to no man's land. It goes backwards. It was tipped, so Cumberland County retains possession. Aaliyah Hawkins with it here a minute into the ball game. See how long Upperman goes before Taylor Delente, Sadie South, and the Butler twins go to the table. Left side for Aaliyah Hawkins. Off a screen is Sydney Wilhite. Wilhite with a crossover move. Gets inside, bump, and one. Sydney Wilhite with the finish. Ava May Allen going to pick up the first personal in the game and a trip to the line to try to complete a 3-point play for a walking bucket. Sydney Wilhite had just 4 points in the first half in the first meeting, 10 points in the second for 14 in the game. The problem for Cumberland County against Upperman and Sparta this year, who are their district losses, have been these teams selling out to stop those two, Hawkins and Wilhite, but it's an early 3-0 CC lead. Allen sends over to Bass. Bass puts it on the deck, kicks to Sierra Nash. Nash into the corner for Cora Bass. Bass works it into the corner right side for Johnson. Flip back to Bass. Works it to Nash. Into the corner, Allen. Ava May Allen, underhand flip to Sierra Nash. Lines up the 3, no. Rebound down, and Cora Bass wins it. Now Allen back to Bass. Thought about the tray, instead finds Allen. Back to Nash. 6:14 and counting to play in the first quarter. Still all the seniors in for the Lady Bees. Johnson works it over to Bass. Bass with a skip pass to Sierra Nash. Thought about it, instead finds Allen. Allen on the deck, now flips back to Bass. She'll line up the deep 3. That one, no good. A rebound tipped out of play, and it's going to go to Cumberland County 2 minutes into the contest. Hawkins with a skip pass ahead to Lexi Carroll. She finds it, picked up by Johnson. Now Carroll into the low block looking for Wilhite rather. And now Carroll left side for Aaliyah Hawkins. No move yet for those 4 starters on the bench for Dana McWilliams. Hawkins sends right side over, Wilhite. Wilhite now fires a pass tipped by Allen. A foot race for it. It's still loose. Wilhite goes back to possess, and now we'll turn up the Jets. No pun intended. Wilhite. Trap now steps through. A lot of attention on number 23 for obvious reasons for the Lady Bees. Now Aaliyah Hawkins works into the mid-range, throws up the shot. Good. 5-0 early on for Cumberland County. They're capitalizing on an opportunity. And a look over from Coach McWilliams, and there they go. The Big Four all about to check into the game at once for Upperman. They can't get in a big hole. It's too big of a game here tonight. Huge implications into the postseason based on what happens this evening as Allen sends over to Johnson. I'll tell you what's happening. Bass, left side, Allen. Now skip pass across to Auburn Johnson. Johnson starts to drive, now skips back for Bass. Into the corner, and just no real threat yet for the Lady Bees, and it's another turnover and a chance for Cumberland County. Aaliyah Hawkins pushing it ahead. Hawkins drives inside, another mid-range pull-up. Good, it's timeout time for Upperman. Aaliyah Hawkins calls timeout. It's 7-0, and now we'll see if that's a big enough gap for Cumberland County. I mentioned they were looking to capitalize on it. They did a nice job. 7 points by Wilhite and Hawkins combined. It's a Swallows Insurance timeout on the floor. So now, into the game for the Lady Bees. Sadie South, Maggie and Gracie Butler, and Taylor Delente. Cora Bass stays in. This is the starting 5 we've seen the past several games for them. But Cumberland County with an early 7-0 advantage on the road. And Coach Randy Herring has to love that on the sideline. Let us know in the comments who you are, where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. Happy to be along with you this evening. Bass sends to Maggie Butler. Now Cora Bass. Right side South, swings it back over. It was a big early lead for the Lady Bees in Crossville. Opposite here tonight, Maggie Butler lines up the 3. Hit 3 of them on Tuesday, no. Gracie Butler got the board. Now throws up the shot and one. Welcome to the ball game. Gracie Butler, she finishes and will go to the line to try to complete a 3-point play. A couple of Lady Jets in the area. We'll see who they get. And that's going to go on Cadence Wilson. Her first, team's first. 4:03 to go in the first quarter. Gracie Butler to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line where she makes the freebie. Back to a 4-point game again, and we'll see now Upperman into their full court press. Cumberland County really struggled offensively with it in their first meeting, but that's a great play by Aaliyah Hawkins, who has a ton of speed. Hawkins, left hand lay good. Great play by Hawkins to make a little back cut and then take off. Up and out of there. It's 9-3 Lady Jets. South skips it across to Taylor Delente. Now right side, Gracie Butler. Delente to Bass. Into the corner for South. Back to Bass. Now left side, Gracie Butler surveys the floor. Over to Taylor Delente. Right side, South. 3:22 to play in the first quarter. 9-3 Cumberland County on the road. South thought about it. Instead gives to Delente. She lines up the 3 and hits. Taylor Delente, clinical. Asanya Brown with American Way Real Estate 3, and it's 9-6. The offensive equation has changed in the past couple of minutes. Now a pass inside Colleen. She drives and kicks out Wilhite. Wilhite with a great shot fake. Inside, up and under. She traveled. Had a really nice move, then had to take an extra step to get to the spot. Possession back to Upperman. Score update. Sparta leads Livingston Academy on the EJ's Barn scoreboard 11-4. Goose there tonight with coverage. It's also live on the main page. Sadie South open, instead passes to Delente. Now Bass with it. To Delente, trying to tie the game. That didn't popped out. Rebound down to Colleen. And ahead comes Cumberland County. Hawkins with a bunch of speed, wasting no time. Trying to get there before the defense can set up. Sydney Wilhite's tray won't go. Rebound down, grabbed, and then poked away by Gracie Butler right to Maggie. Now Gracie, like a freight train. The Amtrak. Apologies as Taylor Delente just picked up a personal foul. We are back a steal now for Gracie Butler. Butler into the half court, now tied up, and there's going to be a foul on Cumberland County. A couple of Lady Jets there defensively. We'll see if they get this one on Carroll or Wilhite. Our router fell off the table, just to be honest with you, but I believe we are back live now. Somehow the thing stayed in, but it's going to take a moment, and we will roar back to life. Cora Bass, inbound, goes to South. You missed a foul each way, one on Lexi Carroll, one on Taylor Delente. It's still 9-6. Upperman's had a couple of open threes, haven't gone. CC led 7-0 rather. And then Upperman went to their normal rotation, and we got a basketball game. Gracie Butler drives, kicks to Delente. Maggie Butler open, passes it up, starts to drive. Butler inside is fouled. And this is going to be the second on Lexi Carroll. And Maggie Butler will go to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2. A Sparta win tonight over Livingston would mean this game is simple. It's for the 2 seed. Winner gets the 2, loser is the 3, as Maggie Butler makes the first. A win by Livingston and Cumberland County tonight gives Cumberland County the 2, Livingston the 3, and Upperman the 4. Both of those things were generally considered upsets, but nothing monumental in this district, as Butler's second one is no good. And it's a 2-point lead for Cumberland County here with 1:39 to go in the first quarter. Hawkins surveys. Now skips it left side for Wilhite into the corner. Dominica Beal in the game. Now a little inside-out passing. Colleen tries to drive on Harrell. Gets to her spot. That's a very nice take for Carly Colleen. 1:15 to go in the first quarter. It's 11-7. Quickly ahead, here's Taylor Delente. Skips it across for Maggie. Now Gracie back to Delente. Looking for her second tray. That one too strong. Ella Harrell right there. Blocked from behind by Sydney Wilhite. It'll stay with the Lady Bees. Delente to inbound. I'm going to flip it for South now into the corner. Delente. Overpass finds Gracie Butler. Lines up the triple. That one's no good. Rebound. Great box out by Sydney Wilhite. She tips the rebound over to Aaliyah Hawkins. Hawkins into the half court. Under a minute to play in the first quarter. She'll flip it over to Colleen. Colleen out for Beal. Cora Bass at the table for the Lady Bees. Upperman into their 2-3 zone. Wilhite has it. Sends back for Hawkins. And now a foul is going to be called on Gracie Butler as she got too aggressive in there with Aaliyah Hawkins. It'll be the first on Butler, who fouled out of the game on Tuesday in Sparta. Had a team high in points. Really played well in that game. And Upperman left that game not feeling discouraged. Felt like they played pretty well. A couple of big shots in that game went down for White County. They're hungry for another rematch. As Hawkins going to bring it up. And looks like they're content to hold. Why wouldn't they be? With a lead here on the road in the first quarter. Hawkins steps away from Sadie South. Now left side back to Wilhite. I imagine this is a play for Sydney Wilhite. Upperman trying to shadow her everywhere. Hawkins drives and flips back. Wilson to Beal. Her 3 would count. Nearly banked in. No good. That brings us to the end of the first quarter. After 1, it's Cumberland County 11, Upperman 7. This is high school basketball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this beautiful 3-bedroom, 2.5-bathroom home located just south of Cookeville. Boasting 2,700 square feet and a 2-car garage, this home features a very open floor plan with hardwood floors. You'll find great custom touches throughout, including a welcoming covered porch. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191 for more information. Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. Entering the second quarter, Cumberland County leads 11-7. Took a 7-0 lead on senior night here in Baxter. Dana McWilliams went to her normal starting lineup, and we had a much tighter basketball game. This one's going to be a lot of fun. The 2 seed on the line tonight. Winner gets automatically into the region tournament, and then you're going to win a game in the region tournament because the other district cannot hang with this one. I can assure you of that one. As Dominica Beal has it, sends left side for Aaliyah Hawkins. Hawkins puts it on the deck. Now works it over for Colleen. Now it's poked away from her by South. Loose on the floor, a tie-up, and the arrow will belong to Upperman. 6 first quarter points for Aaliyah Hawkins, 3 for Sydney Wilhite on an and one, 2 for Carly Colleen on the other end, 3 apiece for Taylor Delente, Gracie Butler, and Maggie Butler had a 1 as Gracie Butler checks in for Ava May Allen here. I'm Noah McKay. That's Madison McKay. Happy to be with you tonight. Decent crowd on hand. The boys' game to follow. Ty Cobb, Mr. Basketball finalist. He's in the building. Taylor Delente sends left side for Cora Bass. Bass to Delente. Kicks it into the corner for South. Back to Delente. Flips it back across. A very interesting look out of the zone here for Coach Herring. They have mixed it up all season. South put it on the deck. Nope, didn't get rid of it in time. It's up and down. A good closeout by Sydney Wilhite. And possession goes back to Cumberland County as Ella Harrell will check in for South with 7:13 to go in the second quarter. More traffic tonight than we have ever had. It's not the biggest crowd. As Wilhite wide open, that's an easy look for her, and she hits. Sydney Wilhite reigns in the 3. A breakdown defensively. That's easy pickings for 23 from Crossville. Last person in the gym. You want to lay wide open. Sydney Wilhite, 14-7 the score. Tying their largest lead of the half is Cumberland County. Bass across to Butler. Maggie Butler finds Cora Bass. Now Delente in the corner. Quick trigger, good. The answer on the other end from Taylor Delente. Asanya Brown with American Way Real Estate 3. Also, maybe the last person in the gym you want to leave open. There's a couple of those. Now Colleen, quick trigger, mid-range jumper. No. Rebound down. Maggie Butler and Wilhite fighting. It tipped out of play, and they'll say Wilhite last touched it. Possession back to the Lady Bees. We'll keep you updated on those other games tonight. Big district implications on the main page, on UCR2, and here. As fun of a last Friday you're going to have in the regular season. There is an update. We were expecting York versus Coffee County tomorrow. That game is now canceled, which is a bummer because that girls' game was going to be unbelievable. Cora Bass has it. Gives back to Delente. Right side for Gracie Butler in a 4-point game. We're 2 minutes into the second quarter. The 800 game winner, Dana McWilliams, gives her a play call. Now Delente gives to Bass. Left side, Maggie Butler. Flips it across to her twin, Gracie. Now Bass, back to Gracie. Looking for her first 3 of the night. Won't go. Ella Harrell, though, way too big. Muscles it up, and good. Ella Harrell for 2. Mentioned had her best game of the season potentially in Crossville. Now a deep pass out of play. CC can't have that. They give it right back, and Randy Herring knows it. He calls his first time out of the night. Does not want that. So it'll be a Swallows Insurance 30-second timeout on the floor. I hope you'll join us Monday. We'll have the district tournament brackets. We'll preview them on the UCR Basketball Show for the UC Top 5. And also, we're going to unveil the All-Upper Cumberland teams, including Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Freshman of the Year, first, second, third team, boys and girls, Jacob and myself. It's a regular season deal this year. We'll give them all to you on Monday night, presented by Fire and Vine, live on the main Facebook page and YouTube channel. Myself and Jacob will preview all the action. As the scorers table, would like to talk to the officials about something. They need to just hit the buzzer. Just hit the buzzer. Be all right. There you go. And now there's a long discussion here. I'm not sure what it was. That was a deep pass. And I'm not sure what it is. And the scorers table is trying to figure out what's going on. But Taylor Delenti's about to shoot a free throw or two. A technical foul has been issued to the Lady Jets. And I'm not sure what it was for, as the first free throw for Taylor Delenti is good. I have no clue what it was, but a technical foul has been issued to the Cumberland County Lady Jets. And Delenti goes 2 for 2 at the line, and Upperman has tied the game, and they have the basketball. That's big. They didn't say who it was on or if it was a bench or whatever, so it leads me to believe it's probably a bench tech for something. But regardless, Upperman now tied the game. If I figure out what happened, I'll be sure to let you know, as Delenti has it. Now sends to Bass. Maggie Butler. They're double-teaming Harrell in the low block. Probably a smart move. Delenti fires it into her anyway, puts it up and in. Ella Harrell making her presence felt. 4 points forward. Upperman has its first lead of the game, 16-14. Little tic-tac-toe to break the pressure. Ahead to Wilson. Wilson resets back for Aaliyah Hawkins. Hawkins now sends over to Wilson. Wilson now to Dominica Beal. Beal for Wilhite. Wilhite from that left wing as we're past 3 minutes into this second quarter. Now Hawkins. Now Hawkins into the mid-range, puts her shot up, no, rebounded by Maggie Butler, and quickly here comes Taylor Delenti pushing the tempo. Delenti forced down by Wilson, now she swings it over to Bass, back to Delenti, has a room to shoot, and she can't hit. Rebound down, the rare miss from open three-point land, that's Delenti's spot. Quickly ahead, here comes Sydney Wilhite, little stutter step. Wilhite, turnaround foul. Sydney Wilhite is really, really good. See how they get on this one. Ella Harrell going to pick up her first, and Wilhite will go to the line to shoot 2. She's 1 for 1 tonight. Just 3 points so far in the quarter for Cumberland County. They came from Sydney Wilhite from three-point land. First free throw is good for Wilhite, and here's a score. Also senior night over in Cookeville, and Cookeville went with the whole starting lineup of seniors. And Stewart's Creek leads 5-0 at the end of the first quarter on the EJ's Barn scoreboard. That game for the 2 seed. Next one for Wilhite is no good. Missed both of them. So 0 for 2. South sends back to Allen. Now Delenti. Instead, Allen. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter, nearing the midway point. Upperman trailed 7-0, then they trailed by 7 early in this quarter. They now have a narrow advantage on their home floor. Flip pass into Butler, triple teamed and a foul. This one's going to go on Sydney Wilhite. That'll be her first. Team second. And Maggie Butler to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line, where she's 1 for 2 this evening to shoot 2. The first one for the juniors, no good. Both teams missing free throws here in this quarter. Those could be marginally important later on in the game. Next one for Butler is no good, 0 for 2. And each team gives the other a get-out-of-jail-free card. Wilhite flips it ahead to Hawkins. Quickly, Hawkins for 3. No. Rebound tipped. Goes right back out. Colleen barrels inside. Throws up the shot. No. Maggie Butler's got a bunch of rebounds early. Sends ahead Gracie. Now Gracie into the half court. Weaving through traffic. Skips it out to South. Sadie South for 3. No. Rebound and a foul. That's over the back on Maggie Butler. Her first. Team second. Still 16-14 as a quarter has grinded to a defensive battle. Upperman in there, vaulted full court press. No problem for Cumberland County. Beal skips it over for Wilson. Hawkins puts it on the deck. She'll skip it over for Wilhite. Wilhite, little bump, we play on. Again, back out for Hawkins. 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Still 16-14. Hawkins to Wilhite. Stick around during the Happy Hiller halftime show. We'll be joined by Upperman boys head coach Bobby McWilliams. They're trying to wrap up an undefeated run through district play. As Colleen sends left side for Wilhite. Wilhite crosses over, drives in, now kicks back. Hawkins, long possession for Cumberland County against the 2-3 zone of the Lady Bees. Left side. Score update on the EJ's Barn scoreboard. Sparta leads 21-14 in the second, and that's a 3-second violation. Yeah, Beal inside for too long. Possession back to Upperman after over a minute on this end. But again, Sparta up 21-14, late second. If Sparta wins, this game becomes for the 2 seed. Sparta's already locked up the 1. But a Livingston win would make it interesting as they try to hop up to the 3 line. Allen sends to Taylor Delenti. Now South. Thought about firing it in for Harrell. And now Delenti finds her. Quick strike. Ella Harrell, left hand, no mistake. Ella Harrell 4-2. 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. And ahead for Hawkins. Now stepping inside. That's a travel. Harrell there. They called a jump. They called a jump. Everybody else in the gym thought it was a travel. Everyone's still confused. That definitely was not a jump. We'll get a look on it here. Oh, yeah, I got no clue. Nobody had their hand on the ball. Inside, a break for Cumberland County. They retain possession. Kick in Wilhite. We have the luxury of instant replay. They don't have that down there. Wilhite's shot missed. Rebound down to Gracie Butler. And now Butler turns and burns. Flip ahead for Cora Bass. Bass across to South. Good job getting back by Cumberland County. Now flip out Gracie Butler. Butler into the corner. Cora Bass, 4-3. That's offline. No. Rebound tipped out. Did not hit the top. It hit the edge as South kicks a 3 and good. Sadie South with a Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3. Her first points of the night. And Upperman's opened up a 7-point advantage on their home floor. Now here's Sydney Wilhite. Step back 3 for Sydney Wilhite. No. Rebound down Taylor Delenti. Upperman starting to push the tempo a little bit. Flip pass ahead for Cora Bass. Bass back to Delenti. She'll drive. Finds South again. Open 3. No. Rebound down. Wrestled for. Wilhite able to save it to Colleen. Now ahead for Aaliyah Hawkins. Hawkins measures up Butler. Steps inside. Shot up. Good. Tough take for Aaliyah Hawkins, who's got to be careful as these two teams are chirping a little bit. Left side for Bass. Back to Butler. Now Bass. A 5-point game, 43 seconds, and Dana McWilliams puts one finger in the air and says she wants the last shot as Upperman has taken the advantage after trailing by 7 early in the quarter. We will have complete coverage of the District 7 AAA tournament from Cumberland County. Every single game live, both here and on the NFHS network. We will also have coverage of every Cookeville game in the postseason, every Pickett County game, complete coverage of District 7 Single A, as well as we will get ready to roll in our biggest time of year. 8 seconds left for Taylor Delenti. Sends right side South. Back to Delenti, 5 seconds. Delenti, South got wide open for 3, and a break for Cumberland County as she missed. And as we head into the break, it's Upperman 21, Cumberland County 16. We'll be joined by Bobby McWilliams on the Happy Hiller halftime show when we return. This is high school basketball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you. Welcome back. It's time for the Happy Hiller Halftime Show. Visit happyhiller.com to see how our friends at Hiller can help solve your plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical problems today. That's happyhiller.com. At the break, it's Upperman 21, Cumberland County 16. The boys' game to follow between the Bees and the Jets. We're joined by Upperman head coach Bobby McWilliams. Coach, thanks as always for taking the time. Your team trying to complete an undefeated run through District 7 AAA play. You got the new look Cumberland County Jets in the building tonight. First off, it's senior night. You got Evan Huddleston on your team, a senior. Any other seniors?
Branson
Turnbow, no duh, off the top of my head. Those two guys have played a lot of basketball for you over the years. First, on your seniors, what about their impact on the program?
Yeah, they have been all you could ask for as far as leaders and seniors. Really proud of them where they've came from freshman year, just watching them develop and grow, and just made a huge impact on our program. Both of those two have been great, and I said this before, they've been great ambassadors for our basketball program here, and just an honor to coach them, and I'm very proud of them, and looking forward to see what they do in their futures.
On the basketball floors Tuesday night in Sparta, you end up getting a double-digit victory, but certainly didn't, to me, feel like the cleanest victory that you've had in a stretch of pretty dominant victories for you. What was your assessment of that game looking back, and what do you have to do to maybe clean up some of those things early that made that thing pretty tight?
I don't know. It takes somebody better than me to figure out how to make them play perfect every night. I felt like, when we got off a little slow start, but, somewhere in the course of the game, you're going to have a lull. Every team is, and ours was just at the beginning. And started out a little bit slow and kind of got going midway towards the end of the first quarter, but second quarter was much better. Had the lead at half, and you're just not going to blow teams out in our league very much. And we've been fortunate this year. We've done that. We've stretched out to some bigger leads by the end of the game, but not every game, and you just can't expect that. And I don't want our kids to expect that. The reality of it is that. They're going to play, they're going to prepare the other teams, and they're going to compete. So you've got to be ready for that and understand that it's going to be a full-quarter game. And, I thought once we settled down, like towards the end of the first quarter, but particularly in the second quarter, once we settled down, we started playing how we're capable. But, I was proud of our guys. It was what a great environment for a high school basketball game. They had a packed gym and a lot of students there, and it was just there's a lot of probably some nervous energy, I don't know, on our part, but I thought our kids really responded with a lot of maturity as the game wore on, and just really tickled with the win there. You can go back and probably ask anybody over there. There's not too many times White County loses by double figures in their gym. It just doesn't happen, and we were able to do that. So it was a big win for us. They've got a good team. They've been playing a lot better. They've made some adjustments in the style they're playing with the personnel. So, that presents a lot of problems for people. It took us a little while to get adjusted to it. But like I said, I was just really proud of our guys. I thought it was a good game for us once we kind of got going.
Absolutely. You had a first in your program's history. It's certainly very well deserved, but you can never expect it. A Mr. Basketball finalist, Ty Cobb, your sophomore point guard, gets that. First of all, just how awesome is that to see him get rewarded for the work that he's put in, and then what you need from him moving forward here in the postseason time as all these games are starting becoming very, very important.
Yeah, he is one of the most humble kids as far as when you talk to him, and the reality when I sat him down or talked to him about it before it was officially announced. that morning or whatever, and told him he was a finalist, and he was, very humbly just, okay, and I said, look, that's a great honor. You deserve this opportunity or this recognition. It's, you've definitely put your time in and put your workload in, and your body of work during the season surely it sure does represent what a Mr. Basketball candidate and a finalist would do. And I told him it was okay to enjoy it and smile a little bit. But he's a kid that's put his teammates first in every situation. And as a coach, that's all you can ask for. He plays at such an efficient rate that, the people don't really realize how hard it is to do what he's been able to do. But just tickled for him. Truly a remarkable, run here as a sophomore. Hopefully we got a lot more in the tank left to go with him. But we're going to need him to do what he's been doing all season. Helping players around him become better players, lead by example, and do the things you're capable of doing. Like I said, we're not going to play perfect every night, and getting these young guys to understand it's not a perfect game. That and as a result, you got to keep plugging. But just tickled for him, and just truly an honor. And hopefully, hopefully he can win. There's a lot of good candidates out there. Those 3 finalists are super, super good players and good kids. So, but he's very, very proud as well as I am too, and his teammates are also. So, and he couldn't do that without them, and he knows that.
Well, Ty Cobb, Mr. Basketball Finalist, is in the building. Coach, thanks for taking some time. Good luck tonight against the Jets.
Thank you.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood, or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with the UCR team on Tuesday nights at 7, live for the UCR Coaches Show from the rooftop. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do.
Welcome back again. Our thanks to Bobby McWilliams for joining us during the Happy Hiller halftime show. The Bees take on the Jets later on tonight. We got a good one in our girls game. Cumberland County led 7-0, then led by 7 early in the second quarter. Upperman came back to take a 5-point lead, but certainly still anybody's ball game here tonight. Winner gets the 2 seed and the automatic bye into the region tournament in the District 7 3A tournament next week. That tournament will be held at Cumberland County starting on Wednesday night. 2 girls games, then 2 boys games on Thursday. And then we'll get to the semifinals on Friday and Saturday. Championships and third place games on Monday and Tuesday. A steal for Aaliyah Hawkins into the half court. Hawkins now turns, fires a pass, tipped right back by Gracie Butler. Now Gracie Butler bumped and fouled. Sydney Wilhite going to pick up her second personal. It was a great play by Hawkins to just tip the ball free. That's pressing square if you're playing 2K on the PlayStation. Takes it the other way, but Bass got back defensively. Butler with the steal and then a foul. First of the half goes on CC. Now Bass sends left side for Gracie Butler. Gracie surveys, finds Maggie. Now Sadie South. Cumberland County probably fortunate only be down 5. They give about 4 wide open threes to the Lady Bees in the final couple of minutes of that first half. As Gracie Butler one-on-one puts up the shot, may have been blocked by Lexi Carroll. Either way, Aaliyah Hawkins quickly ahead for Sydney Wilhite. Little Hezzy drives in, Wilhite's shot will fall. 5 tonight for Sydney Wilhite, back to a one-score game at 21-18. And now a timeout called by Dana McWilliams as she wants 30 seconds to talk about things. Be her second timeout taken. Once again, the tiebreakers in this one are fairly simple. Winner gets the 2 seed, that's done. The loser, if it's Cumberland County, is the 3 seed. If Upperman loses and Livingston beats White County tonight, Upperman would fall to the 4. Livingston would slide up a line to the 3 seed. And that's very important this year. The 3 seed, more likely than not, depending on what happens tonight between DeKalb and Stone, gets DeKalb County. It's been a rough year for DeKalb County. Stone Memorial, while it's been a rough year, they get a huge boost in the district tournament in the form of a new player into the lineup, and they are putting all the eggs into her basket, and that is an unknown that these two teams do not want to see. Cumberland County won't have to see it unless DeKalb County were to beat Stone tonight. In the form of Lauren Clark, who is waiting. She was at Cumberland County last year. She'll be eligible to play beginning with the district tournament. Left side for Taylor DeLenti. Now back to her. She's wide open. Her 3, no good. Rebound down to Cora Bass. Bass, though, has it swiped, but it went to Sadie South. Back to Bass. Another missed open look for Upperman. Maggie Butler going to try another one. This one's nowhere close, but the rebound down to Ava Mae Allen. Allen needs help. She's triple teamed. Steps through. We got a tie up and a jump. The arrow belongs to Cumberland County. 90 seconds into the third quarter, CC's got a chance to get within 1 or tie. Score update on the EJ's Barnes scoreboard. Cookeville leads Stewart's Creek 15-13 at halftime. It was 5-0 at the end of the first quarter. Now a driving kick for Kalain to Wilhite. Explosive inside. A foul on the floor for a bump will go on Ava Mae Allen. That's her second. Team's first. Ella Harrell to the table. Gracie Butler to the table for Upperman. In for Maggie Butler and Allen. We gave a shout out on Tuesday. I want to send another shout out to Miss Lois Ballou. We missed her in the gym tonight. It's Coach Dana's mom. Hope to see you back here real soon. Understand you're watching as Wilhite's shot's no good. Rebound tipped right to Gracie Butler. Butler saves it over to Harrell, and now Butler will bring it up. Now Taylor DeLenti. Baseline drive, poke. We play on. Messy on both ends right now. Sydney Wilhite steps into an open tray to tie. Good. Nothing but nylon for Sydney Wilhite. And we're all tied up at 21. A 5-0 run to start the frame for the Lady Jets on the road. Please stay in your seats as Taylor DeLenti has it. Now Bass working on Aaliyah Hawkins. That 5-second clock is ticking. Gets it reset. Now DeLenti. Flip pass into Harrell. Tipped. Harrell has it. Muscles up and one. Lexi Carroll just picked up her third. Ella Harrell able to tip it around. Finds it. She's got 8 points and is looking to make it 9 at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. Ella Harrell has been big time for this team in district play. Free throw up and no good. Rolled out to the right. Upperman's missed her last 3 free throw attempts. It's a 2-point game as Hawkins brings it up. Flips it over right side for Wilhite. Wilhite back to Hawkins. Now Hawkins. Surveys. Sends to Wilson. Upperman paying all their attention to 23 and 15. Somebody else going to have to step up for Cumberland County. Back across Wilhite. She got free. Her 3. Good. Sydney Wilhite with 8 in the quarter. And it's a 1-point Lady Jets lead on the road. Maybe not if she keeps hitting shots like that, getting that wide open. DeLenti gives back to Butler. Gracie Butler barrels inside, tied up, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Bees. Maggie Butler checking in for the Upperman. Dominica Beal in for the Lady Jets. Carroll and DeLenti out for their respective teams. A 1-point CC lead here on the road. Inbound from Bass, over the top for Gracie Butler. Butler drives and a foul. This is going to be on Sydney Wilhite, and it's her third. Big call there. Sydney Wilhite has 3. She tried to stay in front of Gracie Butler, but lost a little bit of maybe half a step. 4:44 to play in the third quarter. We got a ball game tonight, as you would expect in District 7 3A. South. Back to Bass. Bass over to Maggie. Back to Bass. Now South, right side to Bass. They work it back to Maggie. Into Harrell. Harrell muscles up, left hand, good. Ella Harrell's putting on a show. 10 points inside for Harrell. She's got nearly half of Upperman's points tonight. Now a pass ahead, dangerous, out of play, and it'll go back the other way. Coach Herring has to sit down. The tech was assist to him or something before in that timeout earlier on. Bass will bring it up. 25-24 game. Upperman with a narrow lead now. See if they try to go back to Harrell or if one of these shooters gets open. Bass. Surveys. Defense retreats. Now South for Butler. This is Maggie. Now into Gracie. Gracie steps through. Mid-range pull up. Good. Gracie Butler with the two, and Upperman's answered with a 4-0 run of their own. Now Wilhite ahead. Turns into the half court. Wilhite over to Hawkins. 3:44 to go in the third. Hawkins flips it over, tipped a couple of times, and it'll stay on this end. CC doesn't realize it because it's a bad call. Yeah, they're going to talk about that. That one definitely, I think the official was blinded by it. The second tip was off of Cumberland County, and it will go to the Lady Bees. That is the right call. It'll get a groan from the road fans. We had a better view on it than the official did from the baseline on the other side. It was shielded off. You could see it tip off the hand there on its way out. 3:39 to go in the third quarter. Upperman with a 3-point lead now as we go back and forth on a seesaw. Left side South. South to Butler. Harrell again posting up. Butler just drives around, puts it up, and a charge is called. Dominica Beal stands in and takes the contact. Gracie Butler picks up her second personal foul. Ava May Allen to the table, going to check in for. 3:25 to go in the third. It's 27-24. Hawkins going to bring it up. Now slams the brakes. Flip pass ahead for Beal. Beal drives in. A foul on the floor as Delenti bumped into the back. And that'll be her second personal. Team's third. 3:16 to go in the third quarter. A 3-point Lady Bees lead. Wilhite fires for Hawkins. Mid-range pull-up would be a 2. Oh, nearly popped out. Now Beal has it swiped by Maggie Butler. Maggie able to find Taylor Delenti. Delenti flips back to South. South travel. Foot slid. It'll go back the other way. 3:04 to go in the third, and Dana McWilliams wants timeout to talk about things. It's her third Swallows Insurance timeout, has 2 remaining. Full timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. Be back in just a moment in a 3-point ball game. Don't go anywhere.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Basketball on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
Parents and caregivers, the best defense starts at home. Take a time out to talk with your youth about the dangers of substance misuse. Talk. They hear you. For important resources, including conversation tips, visit powerofputnam.org. 3:04 to go in the third quarter. It's 27-24. Upperman with a narrow lead on their home floor. It's going to be Lady Jets basketball. Been a pretty sloppy game for both teams. Turning it over both directions. Some offensive fouls. Seen a few nice plays mixed in, but the end result, it's anybody's ball game right now. 11 minutes to go in real time in the regular, or in game time rather, in the regular season. It's been 9 straight victories for the Lady Bees over the Lady Jets. Over a decade since Cumberland County was able to knock off this team. And they got a shot here tonight. Hawkins with it. Surveys a couple of ways. Now puts it on the deck. Drives and kicks back. Wilson. Wilson has a pass tipped by Allen. Then a collision we play on. Wilhite into the mid-range. Pull up for Sydney. Wilhite won't go. Tipped out. And it'll stay with Cumberland County. Gracie Butler checking in. See who she's coming in for. Ava Mae Allen back out. Inbound comes into Hawkins. Now Wilson. Delenti shadowing Wilhite. Wilson drives, kicks, it's tipped, and a tie-up. The arrow belongs to Upperman as Maggie Butler got her hands on it alongside Colleen. And Upperman will take it back. Score update on the EJ's Barn scoreboard. This game sure looks like it's going to be for the 2 seed from Livingston Academy. 33-18. White County leads early in the third quarter there. Cora Bass has it. Bass picked up by Hawkins, giving her everything she wants. Now Delenti. Over to Butler. Harrell posting up inside again. Harrell muscles in. Left hand, no. Rebound down, and Wilhite able to win it. Now Wilhite with speed through traffic. Travel. Possession back the other way. More turnovers. Back and forth we go with 2:09 to go in the third quarter. Bass sends left side for Delenti. Now double teamed. Harrell, that pass tipped up into the air, went off the backboard and fell down to Hawkins. That's a first. Hawkins sends left side Wilhite. Wilhite, 4-3, no. Rebounded by Aaliyah Hawkins. Back to Wilhite. Another open three. We're tied. Third three of the quarter for Sydney Wilhite, who has all 11 Lady Jets points in the frame. We're tied up at 27. Now Delenti left side. Bass, South is wide open in the corner. Delenti doesn't see her. Instead gives to Butler. Butler drives into Wilhite. Throws it up. No. Good defense there by Sydney Wilhite. And a chance for Cumberland County. Lady B's frustrated now, and they're missing their freebies. Sadie South was standing on an island in that left corner. Nobody saw her. Now Hawkins ahead. Taking her time methodically. A tie game. And now Upperman's going to pressure. They're not going to let an entire minute and a half go by without a little bit of resistance. Wilhite trying to work on Bass. Time ticking away. Wilhite puts it on the deck. And a foul's going to be called. A little hand check goes on Cora Bass. Her first, team's fourth. Butler checking in. Carroll in as well. Ava Mae Allen to the table. She's in for Harrell and Butler. Beal checking out for the Lady Jets. 53 seconds to go in the third quarter. Hawkins is going to wait. South goes up to pressure. A foul would send Cumberland County to the line. Put them in a bonus. Now Hawkins wrestles around. Cumberland County is going to drain 90 seconds off the clock here on this final possession. Stall ball is on. Tied up game, 27 apiece. No shot clock, they're not putting it in tonight. 13 seconds. Hawkins now goes to work. Finds Wilhite. Over for Wilson. Back to Wilhite. Now Hawkins, big collision, no call. Hawkins three won't go. Rebound down, and we will go to the fourth quarter all tied up. Get your popcorn ready after three. It's 27 apiece. This is high school basketball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Discover this stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145.
How many letters?
5 letters.
Just think about, what am I doing right now?
Smile. Smile?
Uh-huh.
This is so easy.
Entering the fourth and final quarter in the regular season, it's 27-27. Sydney Wilhite with 11 points in that third quarter propels Cumberland County to a tie game here on the road. 8 for Aaliyah Hawkins, 2 for Carly Colleen. That's it. On the other end, 10 points for Ella Harrell, 5 for Gracie Butler, 8 for Taylor DeLenti, 3 for Sadie South, and 1 for Maggie Butler. That's it, and we're all knotted up at 27. We saw Cumberland County take a ton of time off at the end of the third quarter. Not doing it here in the fourth. Right side. Pass goes for Carroll. We'll see if that changes if they get a lead. Back for Colleen. Now Hawkins. Over to Wilhite. She is the engine for the team and then some. Drives inside. Wilhite finishes again. Sydney Wilhite single-handedly nearly getting her team the 2 seed. Now ahead. Maggie Butler's wide open. Passes up the look. Instead drives. Puts it up. Can't finish. A chance for Cumberland County to go up 2 scores on the road. Lady Bees all out of sorts. They're taking a ton of 2s tonight. Not a lot of 3s, and they're a 3-point shooting team. The zone for Cumberland County has them in a blender. Carroll, Wilhite posting up inside. Instead gives to Colleen. It's her and Butler going at it. Now, kick out for Hawkins. 7 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Right side, Wilhite puts it on the deck again. Wilhite spins around, blocked. Gracie Butler blocks it away, and now Butler weaving through traffic. Butler coast to coast, Euro shot up, no. Fight for the rebound, there's a tie up, and the arrow belongs to the Lady Bees. Cora Bass checking in. So she's coming in 4 here. Ava May Allen will check out. 6:47 to go in the fourth quarter. Cumberland County with a 2-point lead, trying to secure the 2 seed in the district tournament. Bass to inbound, running out of time. Gets it into Butler at the last moment. She sends back to South. Now DeLenti left side. Wilhite there defensively, back to Bass. Right side Butler. Colleen forces the pickup. Now DeLenti has it. Back to Bass. Into Butler. Fakes the handoff. Step back jumper. Gracie Butler missed everything. And it'll go back to Cumberland County. And the students have rose to life for the Lady Bees. All of a sudden, they're about to probably make their presence felt. Cumberland County trying to get a huge win on the road ahead to Wilhite. Yeah, now they're making a lot of noise. First time tonight. They're on their feet. Think they sensed an easy win. That is not the case. Not with this team. And we'll see. Slowing down a little bit is Aaliyah Hawkins. 6 minutes to play. It's a 2-point game. Bass there defensively. Gets a screen. Now back to Wilson. Wilson weaving through traffic. Stall ball is on. Colleen. And a 2-point game. Now Hawkins. Now it's stolen away. Gracie Butler with her second steal of the quarter. Butler wrestling off traffic. Butler coast to coast. Gracie Butler, no. And a rebound right down to Sydney Wilhite. Lid on the basket for the Lady Bees in this half. Wilhite fires it in. Another tipped out of play. It'll stay on this end with Cumberland County with 5.5 to go. Ella Harrell checking in for Gracie Butler, who's playing well on defense, just on offense. Can't get anything to go through the net. The exact formula that Cumberland County is looking for on the road. Carroll, first 3 attempt of the game. Won't go. Rebounded by Taylor DeLenti. Upperman with another opportunity to tie or take the lead. DeLenti across the timeline, fires South. She lines up the triple. Good. Sadie South sends them into a frenzy with her second. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3 of the game. Quickly ahead, Wilhite over to Carroll. Now back for Hawkins. Right side, Wilhite. The crowd in it now in a 1-point game, 5 minutes to play. Hawkins throws up the runner. No. Rebound down. CC's got a little quiet. Maggie Butler with the board and now pushing. Butler slams the brakes. Back for Bass. Over to DeLenti. I imagine Upperman wants Sadie South to get another look. That's usually their jump starter, their firecracker. CC looking for a stop. Down just 1. Now Maggie Butler on the deck. Back for South. Harrell posting up inside. Big collision. Bodies hitting the floor everywhere. DeLenti has it. She drives. A seal off from Harrell. Taylor DeLenti finishes. 10 for Taylor DeLenti. First points in the second half. Upperman's lead is now 3. Here comes Hawkins ahead. Aaliyah Hawkins. Nearly stolen. Tipped out. And now a collision And Maggie Butler may have got away with one there. It was going to be CC ball either way. And Randy Herring wants a timeout to talk about things. Timeout on the floor. We'll see if it's a full or a 30. What a game this one's turning into here in the fourth quarter. The energy has significantly picked up. Full timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. Be back in 30 seconds after a word from our friends at Eminet's Eagle Auction and Realty.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear DJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Aminet's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Welcome back. 4:11 to go in the ball game. Sydney Wilhite has 16 points, but Cumberland County finds themselves down by 3. It'll be Lady Jets ball beneath the basket as we get back to action here with 4:11 to go. Stick around postgame for the Legacy House postgame show. We'll go through the scoring and have the Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game. Wilhite looking to inbound to Colleen. Maggie Butler tries to run it down. Colleen has it. Now there's going to be a fight for it. It's loose. Wilhite has it. Wide open. Aaliyah Hawkins. 4-3. No, it popped out. Was halfway down. And now Upperman with the basketball, looking to extend their lead. My goodness. I have no clue how that didn't go through. Now Hawkins defensively forces the loose ball, and it's a turnover. Aaliyah Hawkins is one of the best on-ball defenders in the state. She shows it again there. It's a 3-point game with 3:48 to go. CC basketball ahead to Wilhite. Upperman stretching the pressure a little bit, and a foul. It's going to go on Maggie Butler. It'll be her second, team's first. Ava May Allen to the table. She's going to check in. Speaking of good on-ball defenders, she's in for Cora Bass. Coach McWilliams probably not thrilled with the turnover. Claps her hands together, says, let's go. 3:40 to go. Hawkins with it. Surveys. Sydney Wilhite, been a while since she's touched it. An assassin. And now she has an opportunity. Has it poked away. Delenti read it, but it'll stay with CC. Upperman knows 15 and 23 are the two offensive weapons for Cumberland County. Now an inbounds and a foul. Ava May Allen going to pick up her third personal, going for the steal. Gracie Butler to the table. She's going to check in. Second team foul against the Lady Bees. Allen will check out. The students getting some good chirps in, I believe, the Hawkins and Wilhite. There's some story there. As Hawkins has it. 3:19 to go in the fourth quarter. Right side for Wilson. Wilson gets a Wilhite screen. Now Butler picks her up. Bounces back to Wilhite. She's thinking about it. Walks up, little hezzy. Drives in. Right-hand runner. Sydney Wilhite. 18 tonight for her. It's back to a 1-point game. Delenti across the timeline here with 2:50 to go in the ball game. Sends over to Gracie Butler. Butler got an extended breather. Now picks up her dribble, gives back to Maggie. Harrell posting up inside. Maggie doesn't see her. Gracie has it instead. 2:35 to play in a 1-point game. Butler drives. Gracie Butler free and good. 7 tonight for Gracie Butler. And back to a 3-point game. Hawkins wasting no time. Bounces it over to Wilhite to tie the game. No. Rebound punched out by Harrell. And it'll stay on that end. Cora Bass to the table. She's flying in for Maggie Butler with 2:18 to play in the ball game. A 34-31 Upperman lead. Hawkins to inbound from the baseline. Gets it into Wilson. Wilson in front of the students. Flips back for Carroll. Now to Hawkins. You don't need a three if you're CC. Just need a good look. Hawkins. Starts to drive. Now left side Wilson. Back to Wilhite. 1:55 to go. Wilhite showing the handles off. Now to Colleen. Butler picks her up. Colleen in some trouble, able to get away. Wilson over to Carroll. 1:45 left. Now Hawkins into the corner. Colleen. 1:39. Now all of a sudden, CC sees the clock ticking down. Hawkins off a screen, blocked by Cora Bass. Out of play, and it's going to stay with Cumberland County. Delenti grabbed it, saying it was tipped. It was. Cora Bass definitely got a hand on it. I don't know if the officials would have ruled it, but she's right. That was a hand on it by Cora Bass. 1:32 to go. Inbound to Colleen. Bounces for Carroll. Carroll jumps through, sends over to Hawkins. Skip pass to Wilhite. Wilhite drives in. Wilhite, a foul and a charge is called. Gracie Butler takes the charge. It's the fourth on Sydney Wilhite. And a timeout going to be called by Cumberland County. A 30-second Swallows Insurance timeout on the floor. I thought they were going to call a travel, to be honest with you. They call a charge instead, and that is a net negative for Cumberland County because it gives Wilhite her fourth. Parents and caregivers, the best defense starts at home. Take a time out to talk with your youth about the dangers of substance misuse. Talk, they hear you. For important resources, including conversation tips, visit powerofputnam.org. 1:20 to go in the ball game. It's 34-31. Upperman with the lead and the basketball. CC, it's pressure time. Trying to force a turnover and hope for a miss. Upperman probably about to see what we saw Cumberland County do in the third quarter. Kill the clock. Upperman late out of the timeout, so they got to run down. Delenti going to inbound. Time ticking already. She gets it to Gracie Butler. Butler is fouled. And this is going to be a race for fouls. That's just the second team foul. And it's the fourth, though, on Lexi Carroll. Dominica Beal going to check in for her, I would imagine. Yes. So they still have to foul two more times. Then the one after that would send Upperman to the line. That also allows you freedom to be very aggressive if you're the Lady Jets on the defensive end. Unless you're Sydney Wilhite, there's another foul. A reach on Dominica Beal. It's her first, team's third. You can be as aggressive as you want at least one more time to try and force a turnover. Butler to inbound. Gives it to Delenti. Delenti fouled again. I'm not sure they were trying to, but that is now the fourth. So the next one would send them to the line. 1:15 to play in the ball game. It's 34-31. Delenti's wide open. Went to run a play and said, hey, I'm wide open. She takes it. The pressure backs off. Now Wilhite waits. Over to Butler. Butler sends left side to Bass. Bass back to Delenti. Over to Maggie Butler. Maggie puts it on the deck against Colleen. Tipped into the backcourt. You can go and get it. Now it's loose on the floor. We have a whistle and a jump, and the arrow belongs to Cumberland County. The Lady Jets get the turnover they're looking for, down 3. They have the ball with 53 seconds to go. Coach McWilliams was trying desperately to get a timeout. She didn't. Harrell to the table, but she's too late. Inbound came in. Now Hawkins. And now I said you didn't need a 3 earlier. You still don't, but you're going to need one soon if you're CC. Hawkins off a screen, and one would do as well. Hawkins, 38 seconds. 2 seed on the line. Birth into the region tournament on the line. Back, Wilhite, step back 3. Sydney Wilhite won't go. Rebound tipped. Hawkins has it. Back to Wilhite. She chucks up another tray. That one's no good. Rebound tipped. Delenti has it. 20 seconds left for Taylor Delenti. She pushes it into the half court. Delenti is fouled. Beal called for her third, and Taylor Delenti to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2 and try to propel the Lady Bees to a first round bye. It hasn't been the prettiest basketball game we've ever seen, but it's been an entertaining one as the first one for Delenti is no good, and the door remains cracked for the visitors. And now we have a timeout on the floor. Cumberland County, I'm not sure they actually wanted one, but Cumberland County is credited with a Swallows Insurance timeout on the floor. Full timeout. We'll stay through it. 15.7 seconds to go. It's 34-31. Don't forget to stick around postgame for the Legacy House postgame show. We'll go through the scoring and have the Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game It's up for grabs right now. We'll also tell you about where the district sits, and then we will have the boys' game. Mr. Basketball finalists, Ty Cobb and the Bees taking on the Cumberland County Jets. Teams looking to build or keep momentum into the postseason. – 34-31. Taylor DeLente's at the line. Upperman has missed their last 4 free throw attempts. If this one doesn't go, CC very much just needs a bucket on the other end to potentially force overtime. Here we go. The best free throw shooter statistically on the team, the junior, Taylor DeLente's free throw is good. That is a clutch free throw by number 12. And now CC's got to go blisteringly fast. Ahead comes Hawkins. She fires it to Carroll. Now a pass into no man's land, stolen away. Taylor DeLente picks it off. Pressure from behind. DeLente still has it. And a foul. It's too little, too late. Upperman going to bounce back and get the win tonight and get the 2 seed in the district tournament. DeLente back to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. The junior takes a deep breath. 1,000-point scorer. Hit that milestone earlier this year. Missed the first. This one to make it insurmountable. No 4-point play opportunity. If she makes it, she does not. Rebound down, 4 seconds ahead to Wilhite. Wilhite puts up the 3, would count, but that will do it. Final score tonight, Upperman 35, Cumberland County 31. And on senior night, the Lady Bees get back into the win column in district play and cap off the regular season by securing the 2 seed in the District 7 AAA tournament. We welcome you into the Legacy House postgame show. Legacy House in Smithville, your one-stop shop, home goods store, and boutique. As we tally up the scoring, we'll have it for you here momentarily, and we, of course, will get to the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. Not a ton of scoring tonight in a 35-31 ball game. Scoring is as follows. First for the Lady Jets, who fought a 15-12 on the campaign, 6-4 in the district. They will be the 3 seed, and pending the final from DeKalb County and Stone Memorial, will likely face DeKalb County on Wednesday night on their home floor in an elimination game. And the scoring from the game for the Lady Jets is as follows. 18 points for Sydney Wilhite, 8 for Aaliyah Hawkins, and 2 for Carly Colleen, for a team total of 31. For the Upperman Lady Bees, who improved to 23-6 on the campaign, 7-3 in the district tournament, they will await the winner of that Cumberland County-DeKalb County game next Wednesday. That game will be played on Friday night. Scoring for the Lady Bees is as follows. 11 points for Taylor DeLente, 10 for Ella Harrell, 7 for Gracie Butler, 6 for Sadie South, and 1 for Maggie Butler, for a team total of 35. It's time for the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. Tonight, it's senior night. It's going to go to a senior. Ella Harrell, 10 points, really propelling in the middle quarters. The Lady Bees inside finishing, 10 points for her. And on senior night, the senior, Ella Harrell, is the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. The seniors in Baxter now have a record of 117-22 with 3 state tournament appearances, a state runner-up, and a state championship, and still a postseason to go. 117 wins now, with the win tonight for this senior class, which features Cora Bass, Sierra Nash, Auburn Johnson, Ava Mayowan, and Ella Harrell. We'll bring you the senior night festivities. We'll open up the open-air mic so you can hear it, and then we will take an intermission and be back with the boys' game. Final score, Upperman 35, Cumberland County 31.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to welcome everyone to our Upperman High School basketball senior night. Please join us as we recognize our senior players, cheerleaders, and dancers, and thank them for their hard work and dedication to UHS. We'd like to start out by recognizing our senior Lady Bees. First, Ava Mae Gracie Allen. She is the 18-year-old daughter of Amy Allen and Otis Rice. She has played basketball at Upperman for all 4 years. Her favorite memory is forgetting her basketball shoes in Sparta. You should have seen Coach Pana's face. Next, Cora Lee Bass. Cora is the 18-year-old daughter of Cody and Rachel Bass. She has played basketball at Upperman for all 4 years. Her favorite memory was all the dance parties we had in the gym to try and get out of lifting during U time. Gabriella K. Harrell. Ella is an 18-year-old daughter of Penny Harrell and Jim Maxwell. She has played basketball at Upperman for all 4 years. Her favorite memory is all the friends she's made along the way. Auburn Elizabeth Johnson. Auburn is a 19-year-old daughter of Carla and Scotty Johnson. She has played basketball at Upperman for all 4 years. Her favorite memory was getting kicked out of practice freshman year in the full-court passing drill. She says she now knows how to pass. Sierra Lachey Nash. Sierra is a 17-year-old daughter of Leslie and Nathan Nash. She has played basketball at Upperman for all 4 years. Her favorite memories are winning state, being basketball homecoming queen, and playing their best with her best friends. Now we'd like to recognize our senior cheerleader, Michaela Nicole Potter. Michaela is a 17-year-old daughter of Michael and Tina Potter. She has been the cheerleader for all 4 years. Her favorite memory was getting to compete in nationals in Orlando with all of her girls, making it through semifinals, creating memories that she will always cherish. Our next seniors are for boys basketball. Evan Ray Huddleston. Craig is the 17-year-old son of Chad and Anna Huddleston. He has played basketball for all 4 years. His favorite memory is playing at state last year and making it to the Final Four. Branson Douglas Turnbow. Branson is the 18-year-old son of James and Christina Turnbow. He played basketball at Upperman for all 4 years. His favorite memory was his freshman year at Disney when all the freshmen were in the same room. And finally, we'd like to recognize our senior dance team members. Jordan Riley Scholes. Jordan is the 18-year-old daughter of Sarah and Adam Scholes. She has been on the dance team for all 4 years and been captain for 2 years. Her favorite memory is competing at DTU and performing at Universal Studios. Hannah Elizabeth Walker. Hannah is a 17-year-old daughter of Katrina and Tyler Swallow. She has been a member of the dance team for 2 years. Her favorite memory is going to competition and performing at City Walk at Universal. Sydney Grace Garton. Sydney is a 17-year-old daughter of Victoria Price. This is her first year on the dance team. Her favorite memory is competing at DTU Regionals. At this time, the players, cheerleaders, and dancers will hand the rose to their parents as a sign of appreciation for their support. Thank you, seniors and senior parents, for all your support, hard work, and dedication. Please, one more round of applause for all of our seniors.
Welcome back. It's time for another Crouch Team with Highlands Lake Real Estate pregame show as the Cumberland County Jets take on the hosting Upperman Bees. The Jets under head coach Christian Goodwin in his first season in Crossville with an 8-20 record. They're 2-7 in the district. They fell against their crosstown rival Stone Memorial 87-66 on Tuesday. They've dropped 7 of their last 9 after a 2-1 start to district play, in which they are allowing over 70 points per game in those district slate. They are 0-6 in their last 6 district contests. They have wins over Bledsoe County, Smith County, and Sequatchie County in that time frame. And their opponents tonight is a buzzsaw, the consensus number 1 ranked team in the state of Tennessee. The BCAT poll, the Gannett poll, the Tennessee Sports Writers Association poll, the UC Top 5. Number 1 on all of it, the Upperman Bees. 22-2 on the season. They are an unblemished 9-0 in District 7 AAA. They knocked off Sparta 64-48 to extend a 12-game winning streak. 11 of those 12 games have been by double digits. Upperman has 19 double-digit victories this year. They're looking for number 20. They defeated Cumberland County in Crossville 85-51, a game in which Ty Cobb scored a single-game program record 45 points. Speaking of, Ty Cobb, a Mr. Basketball finalist. We'll see him in action. We'll have the tee-up starting lineups and all the action when we come back. Moments away from tip-off in Baxter. Don't go anywhere. This is high school basketball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Basketball on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR. Discover this stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort